Hello, I'm Seungyeon Lee, an associate professor of psychology at the University of Arkansas in Monticello. I'm a member of the Psychi's Diversity Advisory Committee. Systematic racism was on display January 6, 2021. I was seeing a world in a way I never could have imagined. When I lived in South Korea, people used to ask me if it was dangerous with North Korea. Some even told me to leave since things could turn pretty bad at any moment. I still see some local and state movements that restrict the teaching and promotion of diversity or social justice to certain groups of people. I'm now living in the United States. I never thought I would hear similar questions or concerns. Our discipline and organization studies and understand how words have consequences. I believe that 2021 is the year we take a stand for increasing and promoting diversity, equity, and inclusion, called DE&I, particularly with respect to the open science movement and the inclusion of international scholars in all areas, especially for those who are in many of our leadership roles. The Center for Open Science, COS, is a nonprofit organization whose mission is to increase openness, integrity, and reproducibility of research we, as a psychologist, promote. Through open science framework, scholars and scientists from a variety of cultural backgrounds form a team and conduct research to advance science. Direct training of transparent and reproducible research has been growing for years. True DE&I requires a sustainable effort so that we can lift existing cultural barriers and systematic racism. Promoting our open science movement also helps us pay attention to implicit biases that gradually undermine solidarity and feelings of belongingness. Dr. Brian Nozak, who is a co-founder and executive director of COS, recruited and trained diverse scholars to run a project called Project Implicit. He and his research team pushed forward to investigating implicit biases against gender stereotypes and attitudes we still see in today's society. Their research team brings us to pay close attention to existing implicit biases across settings and shares their research and social media coverage via their web blogs. The progress these researchers have made is truly impressive. But understanding gender roles and differences in scholarly engagement in science, technology, engineering, and math, called the STEM, must keep moving forward, as well as our efforts to advance psychological science in making it more open, shareable, and generalizable to the general population. There are unique challenges to our discipline and what we are able to do. However, I hope we take this year as a step that all can move in the right direction. Psychologists have been exploring how to fully integrate D&I and international initiatives across a wide range of roles and activities. We need to put our continuous efforts in gathering, soliciting, and publicizing relevant information for those who have been disproportionately affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. Student-centered teaching, evidence-based research, and professional mentorship to marginalized groups have never been more important. We all need to be heard. I believe that 2020 was not lost. It was invested in surviving a historic period of time in our lives. We as a discipline are responsible to provide the resources to nurture resilience and help each other adjust to a post-pandemic era. Please take a stand for your cause and help spur others into action. We also need to recognize areas of need and do our best to connect people and resources to minimize these gaps. Thank you for listening.